Alright, hope everybody's having a good one. Welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator with Cookie Pirate. Today, we're flying the Cirrus SR22 going from Yakutat. Haha. Yakutat, Alaska. That's kind of a fun name to say. We're going from Yakutat over to Cordova, where we've flown into before. It'll be our first time going out of or into Yakutat, so that'll be kind of nice. We'll get a little bit of different scenery. It's going to be an hour and... Actually, the flight tracker I'm using is saying exactly 1 hour, going at 20,000 feet, about 185 miles. Climb aboard, and let's go flying. And one of those runways is closed. Okay, good to know. And the way you could tell is because there was an X over one of the numbers. But interestingly, if you go and take a look at the chart, there are 2 runways not available for scheduled or unscheduled, so we can use it. Aircraft operations with more than 30 seats. Yeah, so that would be like for airliners or something like that. But okay, yeah, we're good to go. We can use it if we want. It may have just been closed at the time the scenery was generated. Not really too worried about it. Let's go ahead and get the aircraft started up. Battery switches on. Strobe lights on. Let's grab the weather real quick here. Oh, no, here we go. Here's the wind. Auto-generated 250 at 7, variable 22 or 220 to 290. 10 miles visibility, clear skies, 23 Celsius. That's quite warm for here. And 30.09 is set on the altimeter. That is good. Alright, mixture is... Let's cycle it, actually. Fall rich, boost pump on, throttle full forward. Now we'll pull it back and just... come on. Bump it a tiny bit forward. CDI is set to GPS. Cautions are showing up. Maria, welcome. Something is... I know exactly what you're referring to. Yes, something is missing on the ground. And I'm glad it is missing because it is early August and there shouldn't be what is missing on the ground. Okay, alright. Let's engage the magnetos to both. We are ready to start the engine. Clear left, clear right. Clear! Alright, engine is started. Oil pressure is immediately up into the green. Temperature is rising. Alternator switches are on, and the battery amperage goes out of the yellow. Clear that. Come on. Alright, let's turn the nav lights on. Avionics can come on. Let's go ahead and lean the mixture. Looking for peak RPM. That's going to be it right there. Pull the power back to idle. Alright, let's set the FLC to 110. Oh, perfect. Wow. Altitude, we're cruising at 20,000. There we go. Nav on, VNav on. And I think the wind said 250 at 7. Yep. 220 variable to 290. So what we'll probably do is go taxi for 29. Since I am not familiar with the airport, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on the map. And we're going to change the terrain to topographic so we can see. 290 will run, I believe it's going to be that way. We could also go this way, which is 20, so the wind would be kind of coming from a crosswind to a quartering headwind. I mean, we could go that way. We just turn back out and intercept. If we taxi back this way, it'll be longer, but we'll take off and be able to turn closer on course. Alright. Let's release the park and brake. We're ready to taxi. Oh, look at that. Quite excited to see, whoa! Never trust the trucks. Some very pretty scenery though. Look at the mountains in the background. And I'll cover that in a moment. There you go, Maria. What's missing on the ground here is still visible in the distance, where it belongs, on the top of tall mountains. Alright. Yeah, let's... yeah, no, tell you what, we're gonna go up this way. At least the trucks do their job. Yeah. Keeping me on my toes. Alright, let's set the park and brake here. Time for run up. Run up. Run up. Quick run up, I think I was trying to say. Oh, you know what? Mixture needs to go full rich. Oh, I forgot to do that. I forget that occasionally. After we lean it for takeoff. Or for taxi. Okay. Landing light, ice light, and pitot heat come on. And amperage is good, voltage is good. We can turn these two off. Landing light will stay on since we're going to get ready to take off. Mixture is confirmed full rich. Let's go ahead and do mag check here real quick. Check the right. Good. Back to both. Good. Now the left. Good. Back to both. Good. Engine instruments are all in the green. No warnings, errors, cautions, anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and pull back to idle power here. Real quick, check the trim. Be set to take off. There it is. Flight controls real quick. Rudder is good. Elevator is good. And ailerons are good. Let's go ahead, set flaps half. And flaps half confirmed on both sides. Back into the cockpit, and we're ready to go. Takeoff procedure is going to be the same as normal. We'll go out onto the runway. We'll take off at, or we'll rotate at 77 knots. We'll probably lift off the ground 80, 81, 83 maybe, something like that. We'll fly out just straight ahead on runway heading. We'll engage the autopilot 800 feet above the ground, so really just about 800, 840. And then we'll also go ahead and do a right turn on course. And it should be a pretty easy straight flight to Cordova. Alright. Final check real quick here. Flaps are confirmed at half. Boost pump is on, mixture's full rich. We are rolling the tiniest bit. Lights are on. Here we go, full power. Engine instruments are good, our airspeed is alive. 77. And off the ground at 81. Positive rate of climb. Let's bring the flaps up. Whoa, yeah, take a look at that. A little bit of lag, I think, just because this area, I've never really loaded into it. It's heavily forested over here. Oh, that's what I was looking for. Alright, I'll point that out in a moment. We're actually good to go ahead and begin a right turn. I am excited to see what I just saw. Let's not get too steep, keeping it right at about 30 degrees. Lower the nose a little bit here. And I still have not turned the autopilot on. And what I'm actually going to do is go ahead and set the heading bug. Now we'll engage the autopilot. And it should make a gentle turn over to intercept the course. New song on here, I guess, maybe. I'll go ahead and turn relative. 20,000 feet, I don't think any terrain is going to be really relative to us. Or relevant, I should say. Landing light can come off. Let's grab a quick look outside. We haven't done that yet. Yeah, so here's the airport. I'm not even sure where the town is exactly. I'm looking, maybe it's back this way. Oh no, here it is. Okay. Kind of right there on the water. It's pretty though. You get this this town right here on the water. You get these little islands as outlets. And you actually have a beach, and supposedly Yakutat has really good surfing. I'm not really sure I'd want to surf in the water, given it's so cold. But yeah, but take a look out here. This is what I really was excited to fly out of here for. Take a look at the tall mountains out that way. And then take a look out at the mountains this way. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this right here is Mount Logan, which is the second tallest mountain in North America. I think it's about 19,000 feet. And the only mountain that is taller than it in North America is Denali. Of course, northwest of Talkeetna. Maria, here's your snow. There's actually a couple large glaciers over here. Yeah. Let me go in and turn on the flight tracker for you all. That's really remarkable, yeah. It is gorgeous. Alright. Flight display is on. Let's go back into the cockpit here real quick. And, let's see, 9 Celsius. We'll go ahead and turn the pitot heat on. It's a little early, we don't need it yet, but why not? Transponder should be at altitude. Hold the map up and show the route today. So here's Yakutat. This is supposed to be a large glacier right here. I'm not sure what this exactly is. It's an NDB. Is there a small town here or something? Yakutaga? Oh, that's fun. Icy Bay. That's probably fitting considering that's a glacier. And then flying over this here. This is the Copper River. And Cordova here, of course. So right about an hour. Once we get up to cruise, it'll be about 40 minutes or 45 minutes. But yeah, it should be a nice, easy flight. And if you look out to the left the entire time, we're just gonna see ocean. Well, not the entire time, but the vast majority of the time. Alright, what we're gonna do is power back down to the cruise climb. So we're gonna lower the power down to 30.5 inches of manifold pressure. And of course the throttle wants to jump all over the place. Alright, we're gonna pull back to 20 gallons per hour, which is peak power. And then we're gonna lower the speed, or lower the nose to raise the airspeed. We're gonna set it to 120. So that'll give us a slightly slower climb rate, but we'll cover more distance. That'll actually help speed the flight up a little bit. And we should have a slight tailwind today. From what I was checking, the difference was maybe 5 minutes, so it's probably going to be a pretty slight. It looks like it's actually mostly a crosswind, and we are getting a 4 knot tailwind component right now. So with the FLC set to 120, we're going a little faster, we're climbing a little slower. But if we wanted to, we could also go ahead and raise the speed to 130, but if that puts us below 1,000 feet per minute climb, then I think we'll actually taper it back. Alright, now take a look right here. Now there's this large glacier here, there's part of a glacier, and here is Mount Logan. And it looks like right here we're getting right at about 1,000, 1,100. That'll slow down as we get higher, but I think for now it's okay. We could even bring it back to 125. Just the minimum is 120. So for what we're doing, we're quite fine. The way we have the airplane configured right now. Yep. Now you can see a little dot on the screen here, the terrain that's over 15,000 feet. We're well, almost 15,000 feet is where we're at, and you can see that's exactly where Mount Logan is, right up ahead. And I don't remember the exact height of that mountain, the summit, but it is above 19. Oh, let's see here. $19,550. So it's actually less than 1,000 feet shorter than Denali. Out of 17,000, and you can see our climb rate is slowed to about 900 feet per minute. And yeah, and as you go higher up, your climb performance, it does decrease a little bit, just because the air is thinner, so you're not getting as much available thrust. Can you change the seat to the one in the back in this plane? Not stock. There may be a mod that lets you change to the rear seats, but I don't have it. I'm not actually sure if one exists. I believe it does. I don't have it though. Alright, standard pressure. Let's go ahead and set. We're above 18,000 feet. Minus 10 Celsius up here. And only 1,400 feet to go to reach cruise altitude. And airspeed will pick up. Probably close to about 155 to 160 we'll be cruising at with this power setting. All this time our fuel imbalance, I guess it is time to switch the tanks. And it's clear. That was fast. Yeah, I was looking at that and said we'll have to switch once we level off, but it actually dropped just a tiny bit before that. So we have reached our cruise altitude, 20,000 feet. Our power settings stay where they're at. So the plane will probably accelerate to about 155 knots indicated, I suppose. 200 true, or 201, and we have about a 5 knot tailwind, 6 knot tailwind component. And we already passed Mount Logan? I think we did. No, maybe we didn't. That might be it right here, as I'm thinking about it. There would be a yellow. Yeah, there will be a yellow dot here on the map. If we zoom in, it may show up. No, maybe not. I don't know. There's a possibility the terrain's not rendering there up to the altitude it should be, but no big deal. It looks like we leveled off at 154. May still be trying to go up just a tiny bit. Okay, it's showing 36. We're only about a quarter of the way through. But showing 36 minutes. There, 220 across the ground. That's part of it. So if we go back outside and look behind us here, that large kind of ice shelf is just a really large glacier called the Malaspina Glacier. Border of Canada is going to be right around here, actually. It runs roughly through, but not this far down. It stops and cuts back over, and that'd be where the Yukon Territory would begin in Canada. Out in that direction, I believe that's Mount Fairweather. That is out over, if you're headed toward Glacier Bay or Glacier National Park. And further on would be the towns of Haines, Skagway, and then Juneau. And up ahead, of course, we will eventually run into Cordova. Icy Bay, the airport, is think it's actually right over here somewhere. Right here. There it is. So there's Icy Bay. And Cape Yakutat, I believe, is over here. And we're still a little bit far out to see Cordova and the other areas. Now look at those mountains down there. That's pretty cool. It's kind of some of the glaciers kind of carving their way through it, looks like. Alright, yeah, that looks like we're coming right up on the halfway point here. Now we have a 7-knot tailwind component. The winds aloft here are coming kind of pretty much out of the south, and 25 knots, which isn't really strong for 20,000 feet, but it's notable. But the fact that it's almost a crosswind is a little bit unusual. But hey, I'm okay with it. Oh yeah, just take a look at that down here though. So is that... maybe it's further back, maybe it's further up, but I'm looking for Yakutat. I think it's actually over here. Yeah, that looks like it would be it. Looks like a small town or something. Not super familiar with it, but just take a look at the streams, the rivers that kind of come down through here from the glacial areas. It's pretty remarkable. It's pretty scenery, how it kind of changes back to this. And of course, I think there would be considerably less snow at this time of the year. And then they've had a couple months of warm temperatures to melt it. Now, you would probably still see snow like this in May, for example, if it got warm, but it's the first time it was really warming up. But when you've had 2 to 3 months of consistently mild weather, yeah, most of the snow would be gone. Back in the cockpit here, and 23 minutes remaining en route, and we are just under 85 miles away. It might be time to start considering what we might want to do down at Cordova. So the approach options, we have the ILS 27, RNAV for 27. We can go the visual 9. 27 would be nice because we're heading west already, so it'd be pretty much straight in. But if the wind is too strong, then it wouldn't make a lot of sense, although we do have a long runway. There's plenty of room to work with. We can land with a tailwind. Question is, can we pick the weather up? Probably not. I think we're still going to be a little too far away from it. Yeah. So we just passed Yakutat behind us. Where is it? That's the tricky thing, is seeing where the actual airport is. I haven't picked it up. I don't think it is that. Now that I look back at it, I'm really not sure. It actually would be back. It's somewhere here. I just can't tell exactly where in that area. Ah, here we go, passing over land. Now let's go back into the cockpit. We can always get the weather from the map, so maybe we'll do that, because we may still not pick up the weather from the station. And in the real world, pilots will have access to the weather anywhere where they're going, just by asking air traffic control, calling a flight service station. So there are options to get that important information. So what we're doing here is a little different. 200 at 4. Clear skies, 20 Celsius, 30.07 on the altimeter. So the winds are pretty calm, so we can set up for an approach to 27. Yeah, why not fly the ILS? We won't need it. We can do the visual, but the ILS will be nice and easy. We're at Vauxhall. Looking at the final approach and intermediate approach fixes. 4 at is, holy cow, okay, that's a bit far. It's 6,000, no procedure turn. Alright, so we're gonna set it up to 4 at. And the minimums will be 275 above the ground, so set that to barrel. Oh, that was too much. 330 is what we're looking for. There we go. Enter, load, set that, and it... Oh wow, we're actually... So top of descent is actually really close. So we can go down to 9,300. But once we cross over that fix, we can descend to 6,000. So let's go ahead and set 9,300 on there. And once we pass over the fix, we'll be able to go down to 6,000. Crossing the top of descent point now, and it is going right ahead to start us down. So we're going to go ahead and pull back on power down to about 30. We're looking for 35 to 37% for now. That should be good right there. And we're only about 70% of the way there. But this is giving us a nice extended descent. This is actually quite a long approach, because this fix right here, Forat, is about 45 miles from the airport. And I mean, even for an initial fix, that's a pretty long distance. And actually, with our power setting, we can bump a little bit in because we are slowing down. We need to set the altimeter. That should be 30.07. Actually forgot to do that below 18,000, so oh well. It would have made a difference of about 200 feet. Would have been more of a problem if we had gone further, but up here it's a negligible issue. We may have some updated weather though. Let's double check. It's still not available, really. Oh, look at that. That's kind of a... Is that right? Alright, we can go ahead and set 6,000 on this as we get ready to turn over that fix. There's a slight curve there, and I'm not really sure why that is, because I don't see anything that indicates that on the chart. Yeah, so it is a little bit odd, but not a big deal. So what we'll do is line up on the course now. And it's between this fix, like right before you get to Foxhole, which is when we'll start descending. And then Zonzi's the final approach fix, but right before that, there's this little... If you look at the map again, there's this little curve, and I don't understand why. Because the chart does not... Okay. So yeah, if you pull that up and look, the chart doesn't indicate any sort of a little S-curve in there. It's just a straight line. And there's no approach, offset, or anything like that. So I'm really not sure. Like, I really don't know why that's coming up. Oh well. So we need to be down to 6,000 by the time we pass over Foxhole to intercept the localizer. Or the intercept the glide slope, I should say. We'll be on the localizer. But if you look ahead and zoom way in, you can almost just start barely to see Cordova. That's going to be it. Whoop. Getting just a little bumpy right there. But that's the airport right there. I'm pretty sure. Prince William Sound out over that way. Kenai Peninsula, you can start seeing some of the mountains out here. And Anchorage would be back behind these mountains here, the Chugach Mountains. So yeah, I am a little confused as to why that curve is right there. But ultimately, I mean, it isn't going to make a difference. Because we'll still track the localizer in and follow the glide slope, etc. It is definitely a pretty view, though. It's coming in, it's neat. You can see kind of the flatlands and the this is the Copper River Delta right here. Goes back up that way, up through Golconda and up toward where else? Actually, beyond Golconda is the Copper River. Oh, it runs back up into, up into the mountains toward Northway. Okay. But yeah, that's a prominent, pretty prominent site out that way. Alright, 5 Celsius. I think we can go ahead and turn the pitot heat off. Oh, that's pretty right there. Pretty as well that way. And we're just set up on a really long final right now. What we can do, zoom in a little bit here. Yeah, so that's why I don't really understand why there's this course offset. What I'm actually gonna do, set the heading bug for what we're on right now. And we're gonna activate a vector to final. And we'll turn in toward it. And we can go below that. Well, and it is still following the question is, will it follow the now, well, let me make sure it does this right. It is on the glide path. It doesn't seem to want to pick the... It needs to make a sharper left or sharper right turn to pick the glide path up. Are we through it? No, we're on it. Okay. Then this should be okay. And 2800 is the final. And go around would be at 330, so what we'll do is set that to 300. And at that point we would disengage the autopilot anyway. Yeah, see, we're starting to kind of slowly get above glide path because it's not following this down. Even though we're heading to the final approach fix. That's coming down steeper now, but I don't know. I always have problems with the approach mode on the autopilot. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, or if this is bugged, or what, but we're considerably higher than we need to be. I think we need to descend steeper to pick that up. Means we're gonna have to pull back on the power here. So we're getting ready to shoot final approach. Let's do final items. So landing lights on. We need to enrich in the mixture. We can actually just go full rich at this point. We're okay without switching the fuel tanks. And boost pump is on. That already played. Alright, there we go. Nope. Now we're just all over the place. Alright, we're gonna fly this by hand. It's fine. It's a mildly frustrating aspect of this when the just doesn't want to fly the approach properly. Alright. We can go half flaps immediately. Yeah, but we're kinda high here. Take power out completely. Just try to bleed the Alright, there we go. We can go full flaps. Figure a way to descend and get back on the glide path here. Winds have shifted to a complete tailwind, but then they're probably going to switch to a crosswind down at altitude, closer to the surface. We're still coming in too high. Here's where the wind is starting to turn a little bit. And we're getting bumped around a little bit down here. Falling a little bit below glide path. Not a big deal. Just add a little power in here. Final check, full rich, flaps are down, landing light is on, boost pump is... Yeah, boost pump is on, that's right.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger.
Take a little power out. And now we have a direct crosswind, yeah. Now we're getting low. Come on. We had a little power here. Still just a little bit low. We're okay. Now we have a direct crosswind. Yeah, that's 6 or 7 knots. Not too bad. Now we're definitely a little low, but that's okay. Take the power out. Just start bleeding some airspeed off.
Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn
Fly right down to the ground. Minus 60. I'm okay with that. We're a little off center line, but that's alright. We're getting kind of having to correct against the wind drift. Alright, flaps up. Little nose wheel shimmy. Not bad. We'll make the turn. That was better than I thought it would be, but once you get the timing of the flare right, it's just a very fine power management. And I'll get you down on the ground softly. Anything below minus 100 is pretty good. Taxi in here. Can turn the landing light off. Turn this way over to the small aircraft parking. Trucks and vans in the way. Or we could go to the small aircraft parking on the other side. Now let's go back over there. I think there's actually... Oh yeah, there's the ground crew. These taxiway lights right in the middle of here. It's cut through here. Yeah, they really need to work on the ramps at these airports. So that's where they're going to have us, is to swing back around here, the other side of this. Okay. Okay, there we go. Parking brake is set. Nav lights are off. Strobe lights stay on until we shut the engine down. Turn the avionics master off. And let's go ahead and boost pump off. Flaps are confirmed up. Idle cut off on the mixture. And an hour and 1 minute. Alright. Not bad. That predicted exactly an hour. So an hour, 1 minute. not bad. Alright, strobe lights can come off now, the alternator switches, turn the magnetos off, clear those, and last but not least, the battery switches. And here we are on the ground at Cordova. Alright folks, so I hope you enjoyed the flight from Yakutat to Cordova up here in Alaska. Thanks for flying with me as always, and hope to have you aboard on the next one. Until then, take care, stay safe, we'll see ya.
Feel again.